Happy Halloween. We have some treats in store for you, not too scary. We ask you to come play with us. Did you like that mood lighting? Well, now we're back to regular lighting to show you our Halloween assortment.
We have Dazzles, a new cutting die, a new stamp, and papers,
Right.
Halloween papers.
Okay, so we'll go into each of them
Okay.
as we show them, but let's start with the papers.
Okay.
This is a Halloween assortment. As you can see, they're 12 by 12, and you're going to get 2 of each one I'm going to show you. So we'll back up just a smidge. And so we've got spiders. Now, spiders are just great for Halloween, and this
Sure.
is one that you can play and have them in all sorts of different arrangements and do them like so.
So they're great for scrapbooking
Yeah,
pages in that
right.
way.
Yes, so anyway, that's fun to do. Then we also have, let's see, well, okay. And we have a cobwebs. Now the cobwebs are under the orange overlay, so they're very fine and they're just spinning their webs all over. And then we have a stripe, which is very fun. In fact, let me turn it the other way.
I had it upside down.
Because you can see the tombstones as well as the gate and bats
more
fluttering.
spiders. And yeah,
very
so
fun.
those are fun to cut up into strips.
And there is a gray. You can see it's a tone on tone with a background of
spiders.
Yeah,
More
spiders.
spiders.
But they're they're toned back, so it's okay. And then we have itsy bitsy teeny tiny spiders. And don't worry about it, Gail just shuddered. They're fine. They're not real.
Yeah.
And then we have this one. I guess this is a spidery collection, isn't it?
It
Okay.
is.
But these are single-sided. You get 2 of each. And then we'll go into our Dazzles first, okay?
So these are the Halloween Cuties Dazzles.
These are not scary.
They're
no spiders
not scary.
here.
They're awfully cute. We've got little people. Looks like they're probably dressed up like Halloween characters. Very
Yes.
cute. And there's always an idea on the front, as well as more on how to use these on the back. So if I look at here we go. So you've got a mummy, you've got pumpkins. I love the tiny little pieces too. You've got border strips, you've got candies,
And there's
bats.
47 pieces in there. And how might they be used? Well, how about this? Now this is a sidestep card. So the cards look like this, and you get 5 cards, 5 envelopes. They're already die cut. And I love these peeking up. I think that's just really cute
That
with
is
that
just
mummy.
a really fun way to use them. I like the little pumpkins there. Those are just colored in with Spectrum Noir pens and Wink of Stella pens, or Wink of Stella. And I actually took one of the Dazzles, went ahead and peeled it
vampire?
up and placed it on the vampire. And then I wanted to show you that when you do that, you still have to add the little face items on there. And an easy way to pick that up is with a retractable pen knife. So I'm just going to pick up, I put the point of it underneath there because it's a lot easier than picking up with my fingers, though now I'm sort of scooting it around. There we go. And then you can just place it. So go ahead and place that. You're going to place the eyes on there.
You'll notice his
one
fangs.
at a time. Yeah, I love the little fangs. So that's just an important part of, and I think with each one of these, you do need to place the face on afterwards. Once you have that on there and you can move that around to the way you want it, then Lene took a red Spectrum Noir pen. She went in and colored in just the tie, and then she took the Wink of Stella pens, and these come from 2 different sets, which you have over there, the Wink of Stella pens.
So I should be bringing these sets
Yeah,
over?
let's
Okay,
look at those.
here we go. We've got the 2 different sets, as you
We've
can
got
see.
a landscape set, and I think this one is called Elegant, if I'm not.
I think you're right.
And she used the black and the clear on this one, on the little Frankenstein on the inside there. It's green, so you can use several different colors. But the black is great because you can color it in real easily, and it's going to be glittery. And I've always found with the Wink of Stella pens that the glitter kind of shows up more when it's dry. So once that's all filled in, look for that nice glittery look. There you can see a little bit of it.
Yeah.
But the clear is nice too because you can use that on the face or anywhere else, so you don't want the white to go away.
A glittery vampire, huh?
Sure, you get a little glittery look. Why not? Face makeup. So
and
fun.
Actually, on the mummy, I think the eye just comes with it, as do the pumpkins. But on Frankenstein, you'll need to place his eyes in his mouth. So you can see some bats, trick or treat. Frighteningly fun, and I guess we do have some bats and a couple of spiders.
Right.
So very fun.
And real easy to just cut out along a little bit, to leave a little bit of room between the edge of the Dazzle if you want a nice white mat all the way around when you cut it out.
Yeah, now we're going to go to the cutting die. Do you want to bring that in?
Yes.
We can show that.
So spider and web cutting die. This is one cutting die. It measures 3 7/8 by 4.5 inches. So you've got that large web right in the center, and you've also got a spider hanging down on the bottom here, and you can see the image of it here. And with all of our packaging, you're going to get some ideas on the back. I like the idea of cutting them apart. And we'll see another sample of that.
So here it is as one full piece, and with a second area cut out. Oh no, this is Dazzles. Sorry, that's Dazzles. And that comes from a different set. It's called Spooky, and but that's where that spider web and the word boo comes from.
So you're seeing from the gray, and this is from the Color Me paper pack, which I love because it's got these colors with just the dots on them, which I think is fun. And the gray has been used to cut out just the spider web in the background. Then you back this smaller Dazzle and foam tape it on top. What's also fun is that the spiders here, which are from, you remember they are from that cutting die, so if I bring that in real briefly, and you can see they're glittery too. They come, so here's the spider. So cut a whole piece from the glimmer paper.
And this is the glimmer paper. You can see it's not holographic, it just has that sheen.
Right, and then cut the spiders off separately and place them on there.
And so you've got the moon, you've got more spider webs. On the inside, we have Eat, Drink, and Be Scary.
Which is part of the Dazzle set. So that's a really cute card. I like the colors too, purple and yellow on there.
Now, you may not have thought about it, but you can do a really fun window and do your web out of vellum. And there will be, in fact, I'm doing it today. I'm going to do a vellum set that is the white vellum, so you'll have that option. And look at the jeweled Dazzles on there.
Isn't that nice? It makes it it's like little beads of water on there.
Yeah.
I think that's sort of what it makes it. But I like that vellum look. It sort of looks ghostly, and I like the window in the front of the card, which is really simple. You can just open your card front up and cut out that center window so you can see to the inside.
Now, all of these black lines are done with the thin line Dazzles, so very, very fun to add on top of that paper.
And the Evanstown paper pack, I think that's nice for Halloween because it has that orange, it has yellows. It's a nice kind of a fall look, actually.
Now the eek, the eek tag, that was done with the template. There's also a series of cutting dies, or a set of cutting dies. So tiny tags and little labels. This is the template. So
I just think it's really cute to combine these sweet little labels with, spiders and whatnot.
Something that's scary. Well, speaking of something more that's scary, scrapbookers, you don't get off the hook. We've got things for you. So here is that first paper that you saw, and we've combined that spider web, this time in a very shimmery effect.
Isn't that
Look
nice?
at that.
So that's with the sparkle holographic.
Silver sparkles, yes. Silver sparkle, that'll do you. And fun.
Put some of those Dazzles spiders right on there, so that's really cute. One of the things I like about this is that it was cut first in the sparkle, and then it was cut again in black, I think it's just black cardstock, and then you cut out it, because if we move, there we go, to show the spider right there, and that was placed on top of it so that you could see the spider a little better.
And your idea of cutting them out, well, that's how it might look at the top of a photo.
First, you want to back that on that different colored paper, which I like that idea, and then line it up on the edge so you know right where to cut.
And there it is as a corner treatment, so cutting it into fourths.
That's great.
So very fun. I do like that. I think that's really, really fun.
Cute? But there's kind of a fun thing going down here too. We've seen this a few times where you're just going to cut. If you could grab the very top paper there, here from the paper pack. So I'm just going to show very simply, I've got a cutting mat, I've got that page here, and we're just going to cut around the edge of that cobweb. So I'm going to use my retractable pen knife, and then I'm just going to
She's been practicing that. I hope you're impressed.
cutting just along the edge of that web, and just make sure that you're leaving the black edge of that web when you cut it, so that when you pull it up, you'll still be able to see it. And I would take the time to go all the way around, but right now I'm going to stop there so I can show you that all you have to do is lift that up, and if you go all the way around, like on the page, you can just set it, slip the photo right underneath
Right,
there.
so slip your matted photo under, and it just kind of integrates the paper, which is basically a theme in this case, into our photos.
Right. Okay,
Now, the other thing that's
go
going
ahead.
on is our stamp.
Right,
And where
okay.
has that gone?
The stamp, here it is.
Okay.
So here's the stamp.
This is our witch stamp, and not only do you get her, but you also get a trail of magical stuff.
Right, so a little magical broom dust, I guess there. If the shoe fits, buy the matching broom.
And
Love that.
best witches.
Best witches. So that's really fun. You're getting 1, 2, 3, 4 stamps in that small stamp
Not
set.
bad for $1.49.
Yeah, and a few of them are used right there, so you can see the lady on the broom there.
Yeah, I think
The
it's
little
just very fun to have her going across the photos,
It is
the top
fun.
of them.
I want to show you real briefly, just right up at the top of the paper, I went ahead and did that, did what Lene did. You go ahead and stamp, just in black ink, the witch and all her little trail here, and then you get out the Nouveau glitter drops. Now, you can use these as drops, and they dry the way glue would, but they sort of sit up kind of high. Or you can sort of use it to spread the glitter around, because there is glitter in here. I put some on, and I'm just going to sort of move it around to give a really sparkly effect to that little
to the
trail.
edge of her broom. Fun.
Right, and just go ahead on here and just add a little, and see how quick it is? It's just very quick for an extra little accent.
But let it dry before
Let
you.
it dry, and then you have some nice glitter on that trail.
Glitter is so important for Halloween. Something else you can do with our little witch is, how about some color burst? And that looks very fun. Anything to have her looking like she's going through the sky.
Right. And
And
I've
you're gonna
actually
bring-
got that. I'm going to show you how
Okay.
to do that. Color burst is so easy, and it's just fun to use. You're going to get a different look every time you use it. This is a different look in the way it was applied. Usually when I use color burst, I'm going to open that cap, and I'm just going to turn it over and go like this. I'm going to maybe tap the
it.
bottom or squeeze it a little bit. It's a few different ways of applying it. Get little dots all over. We're going to do it a little bit differently. First, let me show you what I have. Color burst, I have lime green. And I also have, which just went everywhere when I opened it. Now I'm going to turn that over, because I don't want that to destroy
You want to control
what I was
it, huh?
working on. Yeah. And I have tangerine, and I'll open that over here. Okay. So now why that happened is because I turned it over, and I have it ready. This is different, so wait and see. I have it ready, and I sort of tap it down, and then I turn it at an angle, and I poof it in kind of a line. Like that. So I'm going to do just a little bit of that. Okay, we're making rays like you would sort of make for a sun. So get it turned over, and then poof in stripes like that. And that's what's going to make these stripes that you saw on that card. And you see it sort of makes these rays, so that really goes out from where that witch was stamped.
That's fun.
And that's what you're seeing on there. You can do a little more if you want it to show up a little more.
More water is going to have it spread more.
Right.
And so here is another look at it. So it's coming from this lower right corner.
I actually did it a couple more times just to see what some different color combinations were did. So here I did sort of a red and a blue, and I embossed her on there, so she's nice and dark.
Nice.
I like that look, but I really like the purple and yellow look. And then I stamped her with a pigment ink with some of our new, some of our cat's eye inks, and that's just a really fun look too.
It'd be fun to add glitter to her too.
She also drew little lines along the edge. Really easy to just draw a little squiggly line with a fine tip pen. So that's fun.
Well, and then do the message, if the shoe fits, buy the matching broom.
Right.
And let it be a tag hanging. We've got some jute wrapped around the fold. So that finishes her. Another idea, especially with Halloween coming, is to use the little fry boxes. The two of them come in a package, and they come plain.
And that's a nice little treat
Yeah.
box for a party or anything
Very
like
cute.
that. So just
There she
stamp
is.
them separately and then cut them out and place them on the front. And you can just cover that box with the papers from the paper
Yeah,
pack.
if you want to, or you could leave it plain and just let the stamping be
Right.
the fun area. So hopefully you didn't get attacked by spiders, because we had a lot in the beginning. But we do have the cutting die, we have the papers,
And we have those
Dazzles.
fun Dazzles and the stamps.
Right.
Really like the stamp.
For
a lot
all-
of fun little things
for
on
all
there.
your Halloween pleasure.
Right.
And please join us tomorrow. We didn't even say anything about Week of Webisodes,
We
did we?
didn't.
For our last day of this Week of Webisodes, all of the scary stuff is done, we promise you.
Okay.